Hello everyone. In this lecture we are going to discuss about the multipass heat exchangers. So we are going to discuss 2 shell passes and 4 tube passes heat exchanger, and this exchanger is used to heat glycerin from low temperature to high temperature by hot water. So we are going the length of the tube is also given to us. The transfer coefficients are also given to us, and our main object is to determine the heat transfer in the heat exchanger. So first of all we will open the Aspen Hysys, come to the add. In the component list, add component. One is the glycerin, glycerin this is the glycerin added. The other component is water. Add water. The next step is add on fluid package. Click on add. I am going to select the NRPL. Click on NRPL. It is okay. Come to the third step. Click on simulation. The simulation environment is open. In the simulation environment, come to the heat exchanger. Click on the heat exchanger. Drag it. Minimize this. Double click on the heat exchanger. ID part its name is E100. We can change it to the heat exchanger. The tube side inlet flow is water, and water is at 90 degrees centigrade. So hot water. The tube side is hot water. Hot water 1. Hot water 1 means the hot water which are flowing to the tube side, the inlet of the tube. Hot water which are flowing the inlet of the hot water, and the cold water outlet. So the hot water entering and the hot water and the cold water coming out. So this is the hot water from in the tube. In the shell side, the cold glycerin, CG means cold glycerin entering, and the hot glycerin out. Hot glycerin out. 1 is for enter and 2 is for outlet. So unknown delta P. So click on the specification. This is the specified pressure drop. Shell side pressure drop is 0. There is no pressure drop in the shell and tube side of this shell and tube heat exchanger. So this is 0, 0. Now come to the worksheet environment. This is the hot water inlet, cold water outlet, cold glycerin inlet, hot glycerin outlet. So the temperature of the hot water inlet is 90 degrees centigrade, and the hot water is coming. The hot water after giving its heat to the glycerin, its temperature decrease to 47 degrees centigrade. The cold glycerin entering at 25 degrees C, and it coming out at 50 degrees centigrade. The pressure is 1 atmospheric pressure. This shell and tube heat exchanger are working at 1 atmospheric pressure. So 1 atmospheric pressure is equal to 101 kilopascal. So the mass flow rate, you can add the mass flow rate 100 kilogram per hour. 100 kilogram per hour. So you can add also 100 kilogram per hour is glycerin, 100 kilogram per hour is water. Composition is unknown composition. Click on composition. This is the hot water inlet, cold water outlet, cold glycerin inlet and the hot glycerin outlet. This is glycerin, this is water. So come to the water. The hot water inlet. The hot water is pure water. There is no glycerin in the hot water. So its composition will be 1. Mole fraction of hot water is 1 and there is no glycerin, so it is 0. Click on OK. So hot water inlet composition is 1 and the cold water is composition is 1. The cold glycerin composition which are flowing in the shell side is 1 because pure glycerin is flowing in the shell side and there is no water present in the glycerin. So its composition is 1. Click on OK. Cold glycerin and hot glycerin. So come to the rating. And the rating, this is the rating section. Number of shell passes. So the shell passes, this is a 2 shell pass and 4 tube pass. 2 shell pass, it is click on 2. Number of shell in series. So number of shell in series. So the 1 shell, this is 1 shell. Number of shell in parallel. So number of shell in series. In series there is no heat exchanger in series, so 2 passes per shell is 2. So 2 passes per shell is. Now this is the shell heat transfer coefficient. So the shell side heat transfer coefficient is 25. 25 watt per meter square into Kelvin. Watt per meter square into Kelvin. And the tube side heat transfer coefficient is a tube side heat transfer coefficient is 170 watt per square meter into 170 watt per meter square into Kelvin. This is now the shell pressure drop into the tube. So this is 0, pressure drop is 0. Now come to the shell side. The shell diameter is by default, this is given number of tube per shell, number of tube per shell. So there are 2 tube per shell. 2 tube per shell. Tube pitch is 50. Shell fouling is 0. So this is the tube. Come to the tube side. So the tube diameter is given to us, in which the hot water is filled. So the tube diameter is the tube side outer diameter is 2 centimeter. So 2 centimeter. This is the 2 centimeter is equal to 20 millimeter. So the tube length is given. There is 6 meter given to us. 6 meter. So this is intermediate. Click on in dynamic. Click on intermediate. Now everything is okay. We can come to the heat exchanger. This is the glycerin and this is the hot water. This is the glycerin outlet and this is the water outlet. So you can check from here the temperature, pressure, molar flow rate. So the molar flow rate, we assume the molar flow rate in this case. So this is the, now you can plot. So double click on the heat exchanger and come to the design and the worksheet and rating. and this is the work. Come to performance. So heat loss, heat. So this is the dynamic. The tube mass is 100 and the shell heat transfer is this one. So this is all is calculated by, these all are calculated by the Aspen Hysys. Now click on and the performance, click on the plot. We can plot various table like the pressure versus temperature. This is the tube and the shell, the yellow one is the shell side. So the temperature versus heat part, temperature versus the heat flow. So the temperature versus heat flow. This is the tube, the green is the tube, this is the tube side, and this is the shell side. So if you see to the temperature, the heat, so here you can check the heat. It is about 3.25 multiplied by 10 raised to the power 5 kilojoule per hour heat loss. So you can obtain the heat loss from this graph. Performance and table. Come to the table. So the heat loss, if you see the heat loss, this one 325636 kilowatt per hour is the heat load in this heat exchanger. So this was just introduction to the chilling heat exchanger. Thank you very much for your attention. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe.